even talking about the border issue. They're not even talking about, they're talking about Ebola. But they said we need to secure our borders. We need to put troops on our borders. Is what we need to do. We need to secure our borders. We need to shut down the airspace. Let our, if people who want to fly in from Africa, just shut it down. Don't send any more flights at all. If anybody comes into Africa, just, bullet plane out of the sky if you have to. This is what we do with terrorism. This is what we do. This is an act of terrorism. It's like, remember anthrax? Remember what we deal with anthrax? What did we do when we dealt with anthrax? We put military on the airspace. Is what we did, right? That's what we did. We put military on. We double up on the airports. Remember, we had security. Not just security. We had what was it? National Guard we sent out to deploy. The National Guard was sent out the airport. Remember during the anthrax scare, it was also out on facilities like plants where nuclear power plants were, and also with sending out the mailbox, the post office. We had armed forces around. We did have this, and now where is that structure at now? We have no structure right now. This is what's happening, and it should be. We should go back to that pre-stage of 9/11 again. We should go back to doing that and make sure that this does not happen here. A domestic, foreign, or biological warfare should not happen in this country, and it is. It's exactly what Ebola is. It's a biological warfare that we have right now with Ebola, and we should put our troops at the airports. We should put our National Guard at the airports too as well. Let's do it. Secure these places that should be secure. Even UPS, even FedEx should have military on these facilities too as well, because their packets are being sent out just like where our ports are too as well. Our national ports, where we're sending goods and services to these countries, we should have National Guard at these places. We should have that. And why don't we do this? Go ahead, Stephanie.
Why don't we? Well, during the anthrax scare, who did we have in office?
Yeah, President George W. Bush.
We had, well, excuse the expression here, I am married to a bride, but we had somebody in the office who had the balls to do what needed to be done.
Right.
He had the cojones to do what was needed. Now we've got someone who is worried about offending the wrong people. Obama likes to pussyfoot. And when he does, that just endangers us even more.
Yep.